Bandidos! Hello. Okay, I'll take this off. I'm a few minutes late because I was cooking the most amazing pasta. Like, seriously? I don't know if I invented this recipe, but it's so simple. I have fresh sage in the garden. So fresh sage, garlic. You roast the fresh sage. Okay, I'll tell you the whole thing. You put the pasta to boil. While it's boiling, you chop up like a whole bunch of fresh sage, like a whole bunch. Chop. Garlic, chop it up. Then what's the right term? Well, just heat up the sage and the garlic with some olive oil. And then you add tahini. I think that's the secret ingredient, tahini. And then, before the pasta is fully cooked, before it's even al dente, you take the pasta out of the boiling pot and put it in this tahini, sage, garlic mixture and mix it all together. And you add some of the pasta water to it. And you stir it and you stir it and you keep on watching for the consistency. Like, I like it to be super al dente. And then you just add salt and pepper in the end. And it's just so simple and so delicious. It tastes like carbonara, vegan carbonara. It's insane and so simple. So there you go, Magic Mel's recipe for you guys. Okay, this is my second live, and we have the new moon in Aries. I don't know why I said Capricorn yesterday. No sé, pero bueno, we are in Aries. And I'm telling you, this new moon is fresh and energetic, and we gotta ride that wave. Ride that wave. Oh my gosh, I've got a bit of dyslexia sometimes with my words, but funky stuff comes out when I let that part of me just flow. So, allora, ¿quién está aquí? Anybody here? I think I can actually schedule this so you can see in advance when I'm going to go live. What else? Do you like my sombrero? It's from the Mercadillo here. Owl here, of course. Okay, now do my entire spiel. Hola, Bandidos. Welcome to Mel's Magic. I'm Magic Mel, and this is my spirit guide. And we are in, I know we're in season 6, but what are we doing? This is, I think, episode 3 of season 6 already, because I'm counting my lives. I'll refine it as I go. Maybe I'll put the lives in a separate playlist, but for now, this is the game. Okay? So, ¿qué hacemos? What should we do, guys? Oh no, my cat punches there again. Panchito, pórtate bien. How about, should we do our classic past, present, future? Just like a little one? To see what the story is and how it's been developing. See? Vamos. So, let's ground ourselves into the space. Breathing is excellent for grounding, especially if you take one deep inhale through the nose, expanding your belly, and then exhale twice as long through the nose or through the mouth. Let's do one together. One more. Inhale through the nose. And exhale twice as long. This, Bandidos, is a simple technique to actually calm our parasympathetic nervous system. And I see somebody online. Who is it? Don't be shy, guys. I'm super nice. You know that. So grounding ourselves into the present moment with the breath is something I'm doing fairly consistently nowadays. And I need to congratulate myself on that, because I used to be on this crazy hamster wheel all the time, just always racing ahead of yourself and never fully being present. And the breath anchors me in the present moment. And I know we hear it, we hear everyone talking about it, but to actually do it is a different game. And that's what it comes down to also, all these spiritual tools and whatnot. If we don't apply the stuff, ça sert à rien. Like, what's the point, And you got to find the tools and the practices that work for you. We have like a whole banquet of tools, of modalities, healing modalities, self-help modalities, all of that. I mean, we're quite spoiled in that sense. But the question is, what works for you? And that's the only thing that matters. And you can only find out by experimenting and then checking in with yourself. Does this feel good to me? Because it doesn't matter what everyone else is saying. It doesn't matter. It has to feel good to you. And it goes back down to trusting ourselves that our own body, our own mind, our own being knows, has an inbuilt like compass system, an innate well-being system, and it knows when something is good for you or not. So the question is also if we trust that. In the past, I never used to trust my own system. I used to doubt my own feelings, my own whatever came up. I was always like walking on eggshells. And now I check in with myself, and I don't buy into any outer authority. So somebody can tell me, hey Mel, this is really good for you. And if I trust the source, I'm like, okay, cool, I'll try it out. And I'll see for myself if this fits me. And if it fits into my spiritual toolbox, wellness toolbox, whatever. Because at the end of the day, guys, you are at the center of your own universe. You are the creator of your own universe. You are the protagonista in your own story. And your inner being, your soul, knows what is in your highest alignment, in in line with your highest expansion. So lean into that, trust it. Vale? Okay, I see somebody online, I think. Hello, welcome. This is Mel's Magic Official, and I'm going to pull a reading for us in this new moon in Aries. Ready? Should I just go for it? I'm going to pull a little past, present, future story from the Light Seers deck. Vamos. So, connecting with my angels, spirit guides, ancestors. Let's pull a past, present, future reading. What lies in our past that has been of value to us? How about that? Thank you so much. Because essentially, yes, the past is the past, but we can draw lessons from that, especially when it's painful stuff. It didn't happen in vain. Okay, here's a card. Ooh, fancy. There's a 9 of Pentacles. So our past, I guess from our past, we realized, or you realized, because we're all connected, and if you're watching this, it means it's not by chance that you're here. You have realized that you are the source of your own abundance. Whether you're female or male, it's not gender specific here. I'm just reading off this card. Yeah, you came to realize that, hey, I am the one who can create my reality. I am the source of my own abundance. The only person stopping me of creating that abundance or allowing that abundance in, because often it's not even about effort, it's more about allowing ourselves, is you. You're at the center of the game. You're the author of your story. And that actually all the desires and wishes, your heart's desires, are not out of reach. They are, quite to the contrary, in reach. D'accord? So that is actually a groundbreaking realization, because it changes everything. Once we start looking within, looking for answers within, connecting to our own resources instead of demanding, expecting the world to serve us, the game changes, because you are basically the one playing the game. You realize that you're the one playing the game. And you also realize that you're not alone. This owl here looks to me like a spirit guide, a protector, an angel, whatever your belief system is, an ancestor who is always watching out for you and who was guiding you, whether it was through your own intuition or signs and symbols, because the universe is always talking to us. So this is this beautiful realization, and it was game-changing. That's our past, which is really not bad. Vale, ¿qué más? Guys, if you're here, you can drop a comment. I think this Welcome to live chat. Yes, you could drop a message in the chat. How's that? I want this to be more interactive. So after the Nine of Pentacles, what energy are we in right now in the present moment? Thank you so much, the angels, spirit guides. ¿Qué más? I hope you've been feeling this energetic shift since this great purge of the new moon, full moon in Virgo. Oh my God, guys, this is crazy. The Wheel of Fortune, and it's been coming up consistently. I'm telling you, over the past week at least, because I've been pulling cards all the time. So, hey, this groundbreaking realization that you are the creator, the center of your own universe, that you can manifest anything you really desire, and that is in alignment with your highest good and the highest good of everyone else, because we're all connected. It's like you're on a springboard to propel yourself forward. It's like the monedas, the stacks, what is this expression? The odds are in your good. Oh my God, I'm really crap with those expressions. It's basically all your rows are in the ducks. Now all your ducks are lined up. You know that expression. Basically, things are aligning and you realize that. And not only have you realized that, you actually, well, you realize that you were the one lining things up because it was through your own choices, your own determination, and your own actions that you set that wheel of fortune in motion. And look at her. Hey guys, I see somebody online. It's Magic Mel here, Mel's Magic Official, doing a past, present, future reading here for the new moon in Aries. And we're at the present moment, and this is us, liberated, dancing on the edge, at the edge also of our comfort zone, because I feel a lot of us have gone through this moment of expansion, and we're no longer resisting expansion because we trust ourselves more. See or no? And that again changes the entire game, because with self-trust, anything's possible. I mean, look, she even has 2 dice around her neck. She's like rolling the dice. We are rolling the dice, so to speak. Being the joker and saying, you know what? I know what I'm capable of, and I know the universe has my back. I'm going to roll the dice again, because after all of these hardships and all of the lessons that I've harvested from this past karmic cycle, I'm ready to roll again. I'm like opening up. I'm launching myself into the field of infinite possibilities. I am harnessing the darkness and the light, because the dark and the light, it's not about good and bad. It's about different kinds of experiences that all bring value. So we are aware that everything basically served us and that we can harness these energies. We basically become pretty much, what do you call it, self-actualized in our self-mastery, in mastering our own energy. Yeah. So let me know if this resonates. This is a brilliant reading already. Like, what the hell? From the Nine of Pentacles, past self-realization, to leaping forward with the Wheel of Fortune. Guys, it's looking good. It's looking good. Future. Damn. It doesn't even matter anymore what's in the future, because just given that energy, ça suffit. Mais bon, ça suffit pas. Because actually, I've also come to realize I want to expand my own thinking and my belief in what is possible. And although it's important to be content and satisfied and grateful for what we have in the present moment, that shouldn't stop us dreaming big, reaching for the stars, like going for it. Because honestly, anything is possible. Anything is possible if we align our thoughts, our words, our feelings, our beliefs, and our action in the direction of expansion. Because guess what? The universe loves expansion. It's all about expansion. It never ends. And the bigger the dreams, the more excited the universe is, because the universe has our back. It meets us halfway. As long as we realize that we are the empowered ones and that we are asked to literally that co-create, take action on our own dreams. No? Alors, future, what's that looking like? Hey, organic Rebecca. That's okay. I'm glad you checked in. Nice to see you from Ohio. Okay, future. What lies ahead? What energy are we calling in? How about that? Because also this notion of, oh, what lies in the future, guys? The future depends on our present energy and our present action and our present state of being. With every action, thought, feeling, we open up a different timeline within the quantum field of infinite possibilities. So, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? What are you believing? What are you doing? Where are you putting your energy? That defines the next step, the future. Okay? It's not like a fixed thing, not like a destiny in concrete, although I do believe that some things there's like a blueprint for our destiny, but it doesn't just play out without our own free will and conscious co-creation. And our destiny pulls us towards it, so to speak, by speaking to us via our intuition, via our nudges, our guidance, our trust. Yeah? So, where was I? Future. What are we calling in with our present amazing Nine of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune energy? What are we calling in? Thank you so much. I'm excited. Okay, 2 cards came out. I'll take both, yeah? Out of exception. I'll take both. Primero, we are calling in. Ooh. What's going on here? Okay, this is a story, I feel. I'm going to trust the cards. Okay, let's do this. I feel we have 2 things going on here. We have 2 characters almost, or 2 energies. We have this personaje here, who literally is creating her own abundance and leaping forward. And we have somebody here, who, I'm going by my intuition, guys, okay? So I'm deviating from a past, present, future a little bit because I'm going with what came out. There's somebody here, and I feel it's a different character, who's a little bit regretful of not being part of the party. And if we look at this card, there's a dude, and he might have listened to the wrong advice, because I don't know about these crows. They look a bit suspicious, and they're like flying away. You know, there's a saying, the devil whispers to us. It's like the devil whispers temptations and seduces us by talking to our ego rather than our heart. And this very much looks like this character has been seduced by the wrong voice, no? The wrong voices. And he looks rather regretful. If you look super closely, there is a bit of, oh my God, looked like they had a fight, these 2 characters. Even quite cruel or violent fight, because there's some blood here. Wow, guys, what's going on? And this character definitely looks like he's regretting the whole thing. Almost like banging his forehead, like, what the hell did I do? I didn't listen to my intuition. I didn't listen to the right voice inside of me, my higher self, my heart. Instead, I went with some voice from the past, perhaps. And he regrets not being part of this party, because the 4 of Wands in reverse, upside, literally that, completion, foundation, coming together, building, celebrating. Allora. What is going on here, guys? There's some regret in the air. And there's 2 characters playing out here. Let me know if this resonates. In any case, okay, this came out in reverse. Maybe the cards think that I'm pulling a 6-card reading, because I usually for my short stories do a 6-card reading. So why don't we go with that? Go with the flow. Be present with what is. We have 4 cards already. This happened for one character, it looks like, in the past and present, is happening in the present. And this is happening for another character at the same time, simultaneously. Some form of regret and FOMO, maybe missing out on the party. So I'll pull 2 more to complete this short story. Yeah. Since we have two characters, well, I'm just going to ask a general question. What lies ahead for these two characters? Because I do feel the cards are speaking about two different personajes here. What lies ahead for these two characters that came up in our story and that have evolved in our story? What is coming ahead? Okay, one card came up. What lies ahead? Ooh, the Tower in the reverse. So the Tower upright is everything about sudden change. Like you see here, this little squirrel is having his harvest blown apart by a sudden lightning. And the lightning, you see, is causing sparks that look like butterflies, and butterflies are all about transformation. This was definitely not expected. Look at the little dude. He's like, what the hell? I've been building all of this foundation, this harvest, I've been accumulating, and it's all being blown apart by the universe. And the Tower usually happens when we cannot continue in a certain way of operating, when we have resisted change, when we have resisted our own evolution. Because since evolution and growth and expansion is at the heart of life, it's up to us whether we go with the flow and follow our highest expansion or resist it. However, regardless of our choice, the universe will still push us to expand. And the more we resist, the more painful the change will be, because it will come via a huge tower moment. Because the universe is like, okay, you're not listening to me, you're not trusting me, you're not trusting yourself. We're going to push you forward. It's going to hurt. Be warned. That's why I always tell myself, man, nowadays I'm so going with the flow because I've learned the hard way through a lot of resistance in the past and a lot of pain and suffering, that change happens anyway. And it's in our best interest to be in the driving seat, or to be the capitan of our vessel, which is our body and our being, to just course correct as we go along, rather than putting the anchors, keeping the anchors stuck and putting the motor on, which is like a huge rubber band, and it will at some point snap. No. So the Tower in the reverse is actually, it's almost like a bit of a warning for both characters. And I want to read this in a good sense. It's a warning in the sense that big change is ahead, like a big transformation, a big paradigm shift, a big expansion is coming ahead. And we better not resist it. We better not resist it. Otherwise, we're going to end up like a little squirrel with all of our false sense of security being pulled away by the universe like a rug from under our feet. Yeah. So I feel for both characters, it is essential to trust the expansion, to trust the evolution, to trust the process, to continue going with the flow. And instead of wallowing in regret and having FOMO, it's better to realize, hey, all is well. I accept the present moment. I can pick up the reins again from the present moment onwards, and I can build momentum towards the good highway, the good feeling emotions, my dreams, whatever it is that makes us vibrate higher. We can take the reins again in the present moment, regardless of what happened. That's the beauty of it all. It's not like the universe stops giving us chances, one, unless we're no longer embodied. That's a different story. But point being is, don't procrastinate, don't live in the future. Take your reins again now. Realize that you're abundant now, that you can change gears, change highway now. Yeah. So don't resist expansion, don't resist transformation, go with the flow, guys. And this is our 5th card. I said 6, now that we're in a 6-card story. Okay, don't resist change. One more question. What can we ask? I feel, since there's 2 characters here, and I love storytelling, w- hmm, let's just say, uh, what do these two characters have in common? What do these two characters, personajes, have in common here? Because since they popped up in the same story, there's something parallel going on here. Although they're coming from maybe different energies or vibrations or perspectives, what do they have in common? The one person who is taking constant leaps of faith, and the other person who is a little bit wallowing in regret and fear of missing out. They know there's a big transformation coming up. So what do they have in common? Thank you so much, the angel spirit guys, ancestors. What's going on? What's going on? What do they have in common? Okay, one more. Vale. You know, with reading the cards, it's always, I don't overthink it anymore. I really trust my intuition. It's like when something happens with the cards, the first thought, I just go with it. In the past, I would question myself, but that just causes confusion. So, what do these two characters have in common? Ooh, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is a passionate energy. As you can see here, drums beating, fire to the point where it's like fire crackling it over. She's totally immersed in this dance, trance, beat of the drum. She's actually, okay, I get it. Both of these characters in our story are actually going, what's that saying? They're walking to the beat of their own drum. So it feels like both of these characters are actually pretty independent beings, yeah, who play life by the beat of their own own drum, and who are very passionate beings, actually. Yeah, they might be very different, but they share the same passion. Now, whether that's for each other or just in general for life, for their projects, for their what they want to manifest in this world. And passion is an amazing energy. Follow your passions, follow your bliss, follow your joy. That is when we do that, when we trust that, when we say, you know what, my life is so precious and I value my joy and my happiness is important to me, I'm going to go after those things. I'm going to make stuff happen because I appreciate life for this opportunity. So, guys, I actually love this story. I love this story. We have our Nine of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune lady, maybe, and another personaje who's a little bit lingering in regret and FOMO. And both of them have a big transformation, a big moment coming up, and they better not resist it. And both share extreme passion for life, and I feel passion for each other. Why not? Let's keep it a bit romantic. Pourquoi pas? So, guys, let me know if this resonates. I'm going to keep it sweet and short, below 30 minutes, and post this. And maybe I'll do another video, like a general video, because I don't know how to download the live so that I can post it as a normal video. Magic Mel is graduating from analog to digital. All right. So let's seize this beautiful energy, new moon energy in Aries. If you do new moon rituals, I highly recommend it. Setting intentions that focus our mind and put us into alignment towards our intentions, our goals. That is the best way. And I do prefer intentions more than goals because intentions presuppose a general mind and state of being. Goals, it's always this, for me at least, this notion that we're running after something, that we have to grasp it, that we have to achieve it. And me coming from an overachiever, perfectionist past, my alarm bells go up when I say I have to reach this goal. I prefer to say, you know what, my intention, for example, with Mel's Magic, I used to have the goal, oh, I want to have a huge audience, I want to have this, but I'm like, no, this doesn't feel good to me anymore, that kind of thinking. How about my intention is to share myself as authentically and crazily and weirdly and joyfully as possible, and trust that whoever is meant to be in my audience, whoever resonates with what I'm sharing with my stories, with my voice, will be attracted to that. That feels much better. that intention. Yeah. So fine tune your intentions in this new moon in Aries and stay tuned, guys. I'm telling you, we've got six seasons now of Mel's Magic and it's only getting better. It's only getting better. How about that? I love you lots. Saludos wherever you are. Alles Gute, alles Liebe. Ich hab euch lieb und wir sehen uns. We'll see you in the next episode coming up soon. Vale? Ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao.